Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Caesar checking in with you. Going to show you guys how to set up your trading way to your parameters. So, trading way we utilize to do technical analysis. Overall, looks very, very clean and sleek. It's easier on the eye compared to MetaTrader 4. Also, there's a lot of things you can do differently in TradingView than in MetaTrader 4. So over here you have your toolbar. So there's a few different things. There's trend lines, trend angles, horizontal rays, arrows, so on. A lot of this stuff you don't really have to worry about. You'll see my favorite bar. Oh, delete that. See my favorite bar over here. So these are the ones that I'm going to be teaching you with. So most likely you guys are going to use these. If you find other things that work for you, great. In order to set up your favorite bar, you would click on the little arrow, and then there's a little star that pops up. So let's say I wanted to add that, or I want to take it away. Real simple, you click that. Let's get off of that. And if you right click on your chart and go to settings, this is where you can change everything. I like the dark background, I have the dark theme. Again, easier on the eye. So this is completely customizable. I highly recommend using red and green. That way it's easy to see. Some people like different schemes, so if you like a different color scheme, make sure you change your time zone to UTC-4, which is New York. That way it lines up with your time. If not, you're going to be trying to guess, when you're looking at these different candles, what time it is. I know looking at this candle right here, it's 7 a.m. Eastern. Okay, make sure you change that. Status line. This is really to do with the open, high, low, close values, bar changes, indicator titles, your background. Scales, you want to make sure you don't have no overlapping labels. You want the countdown of bar close here, because you'll see when I'm trading and when I'm teaching you guys that I'm looking for confirmation on different time frames. So by knowing exactly how long we have left on certain time frames will give us that entry we're looking for. Appearance here, you can change your background if you wanted white, whatever color you want. Again, I go with black. And then my vertical lines, I actually have them transparent. Don't want them. Again, the less noise, the better. I don't want my horizontal lines either, because look at this. You're gonna have grid and more thing. Some people like to see that. I don't. That's just me personally. Here. You can either make it transparent or just put it the same color as the back of your chart. Scales text, you're going to see all of this text at the bottom right. Watermark, that would be the pair and stuff in the background. Again, I want to see the charts. If you put too much stuff on there, you're not going to be able to see what's going on. Again, all this other stuff, fully customizable, so really play around with it, see what you like. And and then you can create a template, so that way when you go on to other charts, you have C's dark here. So it has all of my stuff saved. Okay. Over here, you're gonna have the watch list. The watch list is the pairs that you're watching or looking at. So if I click this, I'm now on the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. If I click this, USD JPY pops up, et cetera, et cetera. So you can actually move these around to which one you're focusing on, which ones you're most likely to trade. I don't know why that's down there, but you can. You can create different watch lists. There's different Caesar main pairs, a bunch of different ones. So again, you can change this. You can also put flags. So if you want to put a flag here, I marked up this chart. I'm waiting for something to happen. You can do so. Here would be your alerts. So what an alert is, let's say we're monitoring this pair. We wanted it to hit this point up here, right? So I would have set an alert. So if you right click, add alert, a little window will pop up, and then you can go ahead and create it. And if the price goes over it, then your your computer or whatever whatever you're on TradingView will make a noise. And if you have it tied to your phone, it'll send a push notification. So this is very good for, when you're looking at different charts and you're waiting for stuff to happen. This way you'll get alerted without having to sit there and constantly stare at it to hit your level. Move that. Alerts. You don't have to have this window open to set alerts. It just has them all. Alerts log, all that good stuff. Data window, you're not really going to use much of this. I don't really use anything else really over here. Ideas, chat, not really looking at any of this stuff at all. Feel free if you want to. However, that's not going to be what I'm teaching, what I'm doing, right? Down here, you have Forex Screener, Text Notes, Pine Editor, Strategy Tester, Trading Panel. You won't be really using this. This is not where you're going to be trading out of. You'll be trading out of MetaTrader 4, unless you have a broker that trades with them. But typically, it's onshore and it's regulated, so it means you have very low leverage. You can't control higher positions. So Pine Editor, that's for like scripting and coding. So obviously you guys don't need to know about that. Strategy Tester is going to be something we'll go over. Another cool thing about this, see, I can't like really pull the screen or pull it here. I can unclick auto, which is auto scaling it, making sure it looks good, and I can move up and down. I can move around, right? But you can also, if you hold your left mouse button here, you can squeeze and make it bigger, stretch it out, So one thing you can't do with, you could do it with MetaTrader. It's a lot more sleek again, compared to MetaTrader, right? And let's just say you find yourself looking at a chart like this. Sometimes, a reset or like you're messing around, you're like, dang, I messed it up and I don't know how to fix it back. Just click auto. So if auto's clicked, it'll redo it for you. Pretty simple. Now you have all these different time frames. Typically, you don't get additional time frames like the 45 or the 2 hour, the 3 hour, the 6 hour, 12 hour. Typically, it's weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15, 5, and 1. Right. So TradingView actually allows you to have custom time frames, which allows you to see the market differently. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're looking to do is be different. We don't want to be the same as most retail traders, because most retail traders, over 80%, in fact, are not profitable. So essentially, this is your TradingView. You can change your chart here if you want to change from candlesticks to bars or hollow candles, Heikin-Ashi, line. Honestly, I only use candles and lines. Candles will show you the wicks, whereas lines will show you where price closed. Shows you true price, where candlesticks will show you the hesitation moves, such as something like this, which is like a doji or a spinning top candle. Essentially, the market was going up, and then sellers were pulling back on price. So that's how it created that, and then drop. So that's a lot of the stuff we're going over. It's a lot of the stuff we're going to go over. You could also use a replay feature, bar replay. So say you're trying to figure out how to catch these moves. You want to see what the market was before this one up. How could we analyze it? So you can actually do that, and you can do bar by bar replay. So once you mark it up, you can see exactly where it go in line, or you can do a certain speed, and it'll play out by itself. You'll see, go here, go there. Essentially show you the moves in real time. So it's very good for strategy testing. And you could always just jump back over here. You can always jump back. You just click that. So it's a really cool feature. Here would be where you go for indicators. There's a ton of built-in indicators and public libraries. I believe with the free account, you can only have about 3, something like that. Honestly, I don't use indicators like that. There's a few, select few, because they're lagging. Indicators are lagging, which means the move already happened. I'm not trying to, find a move that already happened. I'm seeing it in real time. You know what I mean? So only a few of them that I use personally. What else we got here? Over here is the drawing symbol. So sometimes when you're marking up, like you want to mark like several points. This is just some trend lines. You know, this is instead of having to click on it every time, because if I don't, I need to click on it every time, right? So now I can't do it again, right? So by doing that, drawing tool locks you in, and you can keep on applying, you know, trend lines and stuff like that. So it's over here, stay in drawing mode, right? So you can just keep on using this as much as you want. Sometimes it'll get frustrating because you'll place it and then you'll go to like move the chart or do something else and then you place one. But when you're marking up charts, it's pretty convenient to utilize that feature. Let's go ahead and remove drawings. So yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, that is TradingView. If you guys need more details or anything like that, um, you know, feel free to hit me up. But it's pretty basic. It's not too hard. You can actually have different chart layouts as well. So when you're marking up charts, like I have, let's load my chart. So I have back testing, price action levels, and another one called price action. I'm not sure. I think it was supposed to be called something else, and I forgot to change it. But you have different ones. That way you know what's going on. You know, on this one I have maybe my zones. This one I have for price action, which is bare minimal. Back testing means I'm like going way back in time and looking at the personality of a pair, because all these pairs are different, right? All of them have different trades and different cycles, and they move differently, right? Just like people, everyone has a personality. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I have my link in the group, so feel free to go ahead and click on that. Once you become more of an advanced trader, highly recommend upgrading, because you get to have more alerts, you get to have custom time frames. So you know, when everyone's looking at the 4 hour, I can go down to the 3 hour, right, and the 2 hour, and see the inner workings of these moves where you normally cannot do that. So it's, you know, it's a pretty cool feature. You can do undo changes. Um, you know, there's quite a bit. Um, yeah, well, I mean, you guys will get used to it because you're going to see me on these charts a lot when we're doing the trainings and we're doing the webinars. So you guys will definitely pick up some stuff as we go along. There's a little bit more advanced um, section to this. I guess I can throw together for you guys. But for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much.